Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya ulang, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Good morning everyone. Selamat jumpa di channel YouTube Pegiat Literasi Digital, ya, podcast yang selalu membagi informasi tentang pendidikan sosial humaniora, ya. Tapi tolong jangan lupa tekan tombol subscribe bagi yang belum jadi subscriber. Orang di kampung bilang subbreaker. Salah, subscriber dan share, berbagikan, like, dan tekan tombol notifikasi supaya ada pemberitahuan jika ada episode baru. Saya bahasa Indonesia dulu ya. Pagi yang cerah ini, alhamdulillah saya berada di Bungku Tengah, ibu kota Kecamatan Morowali. Karena saya 34 tahun lalu KKN di sini. Saya kembali bernapak tilas. Saya jadi ingat kecamatan. Ya, alhamdulillah sudah jadi kabupaten setelah 34 tahun. Baru saya kunjungi lagi ini. Saya KKN pertama Untat KKN. Saya S1 Untat dulu. Ya, di Untat, Untat. Kemudian saya lanjut S2, S3 di Australia. Sekarang alhamdulillah sudah banyak perubahan. Hari ini saya mengajar mata kuliah dan memang itu keahlian saya karena saya di Australia dulu ketika ngambil S3 filosofi doktor PhD atau doktor filosofi dalam bidang politik bahasa, kebijakan bahasa, termasuk pengajaran sudah dalamnya. Agak luas ya, dia makro. Kajian bagian dari sosiolinguistik, ya. Ilmu yang mengkaji bahasa dan penuturnya, bahasa dan budaya, politik, kurikulum bahasa, pendidikan, kebijakan, interdisiplin ini mata kuliah, ya. Ini kajian, sehingga itu saya punya profesor 2 orang Inggris, keturunan Inggris, lahir di Inggris, tapi jadi warga negara Australia. Dan salah satu pembimbing saya di antara 3 adalah ahli linguistik, justru orang Jepang, ya, Associate Profesor Yasuko, yang 2 Profesor Bob Teasdale dengan John Kipps, ya, Profesor 2. Mereka konsen dengan pengajaran, pendidikan, bahasa terutama, dan sosiolinguistik. Ini mata kuliah yang saya ajar hari ini adalah Applied Sociolinguistics, ya. Mereka akan berdiskusi. They are going to have a group discussion. I have divided them into 3 groups, ya. Group 1. You have your own topic. What's your topic?
Language and society.
Society, very interesting topic. Group 2.
Yes.
What's the topic?
Language planning and language policy.
Interesting, that's my major. Group 3.
Bilingualism and bilingual education.
Well, this lecture, this topic or course, is handled by me, Mohtar Marhum, PhD, and Professor Mawardin, MSID, as coordinator of the course. Di luar negeri kita bilang course, ya. Course itu kuliah. Kalau di sini jadi kursus. Salah terjemahan. Kalau kursus di sana school, ya, English school, bukan English course. Lecture umum bahasa Inggris, kayak father, ya, terlalu resmi. Father and daddy, course daddy. Oke, tadi saya pengantar sebelum kita diskusi. You bahas tentang language and society. Sociolinguistics atau biasa disebut di sosiologi bahasa, ya, itu mata kuliah yang saya ajarkan dan bidang saya di S3, ya, makro sociolinguistics, ya, language policy, kebijakan bahasa, politik bahasa, perencanaan bahasa. Sehingga mereka heran kenapa bicara politik. Saya politik bahasa, semua orang menggunakan bahasa. Kalau orang linguistik cuma mengkaji bagaimana kalimat ini. Kalau saya ada politiknya, karena interdisiplin. Itu yang dibilang sosiologi bahasa, sosiolinguistik. Coba buka di Google. Mereka ini mahasiswa S2. They are master degree student of master degree in English language education, and they are recipient of scholarship from sponsored by government. Ya. Mereka dapat beasiswa dari pemerintah Morowali. Ada yang pengajar, ada pendidik, guru, dan mereka S1-nya rata-rata sini S1-nya bahasa ya. Bahasa. Ini membahas tentang
Language and society.
what is language and society? Do you have any idea? Language and society. What is language? What is language? Do you have any idea? What is language?
Language is a primary means of communication.
Only human being.
Yes, allowing individual to express whole word,
We are animal. Yeah. No, we are not plant. We are animal. The smallest animal is human being. Kita makhluk, kalau tertulis animal, tapi kita terjemahkan makhluk yang paling cerdas. Kita bukan tanaman kan, cuma ada. Animal, plant, dengan things, benda. Nah, kalau dibagi ada human beings, manusia, ada animal, hewan. Ya, macam-macam. Language, we study or learn as a means of communication, tools.
tool of communication.
We have first language or mother tongue. What is mother tongue? Bahasa daerah. The first language we acquire when you are born and raised by your mom and daddy, your parents. Then at the age of 2, you are toddler. Toddler, you know, learn how to walk. You learn, you don't learn language. You acquire. The toddler, the small children,
Yes.
infant, when you're born, you are infant, and then baby, and then toddler, and boys and girls,
And then
men and women. That's the faces of human beings. You learn language. You live in the society. Diverse ethnic groups, diverse religious followers, or in faiths followers, faiths. And you speak your own first language, mother tongue. Second language, Indonesian. And foreign language or third language. Now, you live in the society, language. Language and society study or discuss about language and the speakers and the ethnic groups who speak the language. If we learn linguistic, sociolinguistic is a branch of linguistics. The parent is linguistic, and the children, the branch, sociolinguistics, psycholinguistics, applied linguistics, the same. Anthropolinguistic, and then forensic linguistic. Very new novel. Forensic linguistic is, becoming more popular. Could be. Neurolinguistic, learning the language from... Yeah, right. Very similar. So, sociolinguistic is... Waalaikumsalam. Come in and have a seat. Okay. So, when we learn sociolinguistic, you study or learn the language from the perspective of sociology. That's why we call it sosiologi bahasa atau sosiolinguistik. Itu bidang saya. Tapi saya ketika menulis disertasi research, karena waktu di luar Australia saya ambil filosofi doktor filosofi dalam bidang kebijakan bahasa, politik bahasa, dan perencanaan bahasa. Ya. Tapi terkait dengan politik bahasa, kebijakan, dan pendidikan, serta linguistik. Jadi interdisiplin ya. Oke. Yeah, right, that's right. Now you discuss your own topic. Now I would like to move on to group 2. You belong to group 2. What's your topic?
Language learning and language policy.
Do you have any idea what is meant by language? What is meant by language? Yeah, you can search there. We have lots of languages in Indonesia. As I mentioned before, we have local language or mother tongue, 700 local languages. Yeah, right. More than 400 local languages spoken in Papua, West Papua. West Papua. And we have second language, foreign language, and we need policy, kebijakan, curriculum policy, education policy to maintain the language. You know, nowadays, school students, college students, they learn global language. They learn international language, foreign language, Mandarin, Japanese, English, Dutch, French. But unfortunately, they nearly ignore their mother tongue, bahasa ibu. Mereka belajar bahasa asing, bahasa global, menguasai bahasa Inggris, Prancis, Jepang. Tapi sayangnya bahasa Indo, mother tongue, bahasa ibu, hampir ditinggalkan, dilupakan. Itulah perlu politik bahasa, kebijakan bahasa untuk dimasukkan dalam kurikulum supaya bahasa daerah juga diajarkan melalui kebijakan bahasa, melalui perencanaan bahasa. Nah. Oke, saya move on to the next group. What's your topic anyway?
Bilingualism, multilingualism, and bilingual education.
Very interesting. We Indonesian people are multilingual people. Multicultural, diverse. There are lots of languages, culture, diverse. People speak different languages. And Bahasa Indonesia is a means of communication, lingua franca, that unify us as Indonesian people. But among Indonesian people, we have ethnic groups, native people, and they speak their own local languages, mother tongue. We have Bahasa Indonesia, could be second language, could be national language, depends on the situation. And we learn foreign language, like you. Study foreign language, you teach, you learn, you teach. That's English. So you can speak more than one. How many languages do you speak? Local language. What's your local language?
Bahasa
Bungku. Oh, you are native here. Okay. She is native, indigenous woman, indigenous people. So you can speak actively. Actively. Yeah. All the people here speak Bungku. Oh, you have dialect? Sub-dialect?
Yes.
Oh, Bungkuin. Okay, very good. You, what language do you speak? Bungkunis is similar. So you both speak Bungku and English and Bahasa Indonesia. So 3 languages. Do you speak 3 languages?
Yes.
More than 3 languages. Any other local languages? Bugis. Oh, I see. Yeah, I heard. Oh, you are the one who answered my question when we are online. We were online. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, interesting. Yeah, she speaks Bare as well. Okay, you? Oh, Bugis. So you speak Bugis, English. So 3 languages, multilingual. And you? Where are you from? Balinese. Okay, yeah. Javanese, English, and Bahasa Indonesia. 4 languages. Oh, very interesting. And you?
Just 3 languages.
What are they?
Menui.
Menui, South Bungku.
No, the
Central Bungku.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but it is in a small island
Okay, I see.
near from Kendari.
Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, my students have been divided into 3 groups. and each group have their own topic to prepare. They prepare their paper, short paper, with the references, sources, and then later on they are supposed to present their paper in front of the class. Yeah. So each group has their own topic, and later on we have a plenary discussion. Yeah. That's all right. You can just keep. Go ahead. We are going to continue the session. Now I would like to allow the students to discuss and prepare their presentation paper. Okay. A break. Here they are, my students. Let me zoom to make wider. Would you like to tell? Hang on. Okay, next, I would like to hear from one of my students. She's going to talk about the topic.
Okay.
Would you please tell us about
Okay. Our topic today
what you
is
know about the topic?
about bilingualism, multilingualism, and bilingual education. Actually, I have experience in my village. There is a small family where is the mother is can talk. So and then the husband is the going to the field and work from the morning and go home in the night. So the babies, they have the babies, two babies. When the babies are born, the babies can talk like yeah, as her mother. But actually, they can communicate with the others, with the neighbors or the children in the around them, but use the what gesture,
Like gesture.
Gesture. Yes.
Body language.
body language.
Body language.
So according to you, it is a kind of mother tongue or not?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what do you mean about that?
Very interesting because your group are supposed
Yes.
to discuss about bilingual and multilingual.
Yes.
So you raise a question on whether gesture or body language
It's a kind.
belongs to bilingualism or multilingualism. That's
Yes.
very interesting.
Yes.
That's non-verbal communication actually, but it's support. It's not. It's different from verbal language.
Verbal language.
That's non-verbal.
Non-verbal.
Because they can understand each other.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's important.
Okay.
As Professor, did you watch Professor Mawadin? I interviewed yesterday, then Professor, and he talked about language. You understand me,
Yes.
and I understand you.
Yes.
That's communication, communicative approach. It's different from grammarian. Grammarian is very grammatical, accuracy. Every student must be correct in terms of grammar. So when they make mistakes, they are corrected. That's from grammatical perspectives. But from communicative perspective, as long as you understand what is meant by the interlocutor or speaker, it's okay. Okay.
Okay, I will continue the sharing experience. So when the child go to school, so their grandma took them in their home and teach them to speak in Indonesia. So they nowadays they can communicate in Indonesia. But when they go home in their home, they use the gesture
The
language,
gesture, they use gesture
Yes.
or body language.
body language.
The body language orang Amerika bilang body ya, orang Inggris bilang body.
Body.
Dari Amerika kan
Body
O
language.
dibaca A, tapi sama. Okay, very interesting.
Yes, they can. Yes, the child can speak.
They can speak with bahasa Indonesia in
in
in the school, in the neighbor, but in her they use gesture when communicate with her or his mother.
Very interesting, eh? Thank you.
Yes.
Let me move on to the next group. Okay, now I would like to talk to group one, yeah?
Okay.
Language and society.
Yeah, language and society. Do you have any idea? Would you like to tell something?
Yes. We have discussed.
Yeah, go on, keep going.
We have discussed a little about language and society, and we got some points. The first is we got that the language and society are influence each other because in the society language is used as a tool of communication.
Right,
It
that's
is the
right.
first. It means this tool is used to express thought, emotion, and ideas. It means that language is used to to facilitate the social interaction in the community. In the community, through language, people can share knowledge to build the relationship or silaturahim each other and create culture identities. This is the second point of the correlation between language and society is this language is being the cultural identity. Why? For example, like this, sir, if we ask someone, where are you from? He or she said, I come from Palu and I'm originally Palu. That we directly think that, are you Kailinese? Like that. Are you Kailinese? Do you speak Kaili? Because why? The identity of Palu society is Kailinese.
Cultural identity.
Yeah, the cultural identity of Palu people is
Right.
Kailinese. That's and also if someone come to Morowali and ask people in Morowali, what is the ethnic in Morowali? So we answer the majority of people in Morowali are Bungku ethnic. So do you speak Bungku? Yes, of course, because people will ask directly to what language we use in Morowali.
Very good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and the last this is language is language tends to the social structure, social structure in the society. It means that, for example, my father's side is Bugis. In our Bugis ethnic, there are some social structure. In the high level structure, the people in the high level structure, in the high society structure, they speak really smooth in Bugis language. They have their own
Very fluent, eh?
yes,
They
very
speak fluently.
Yeah, no, they have their own language structure for high structure society.
Yeah, right.
High level structure society. It is different with with the middle society or lower level society. I mean this
That's
rakyat
language
jelata.
society
Yes,
and
rakyat
society.
jelata. We use the commonly Bugis language, such as a slang language,
Right.
slang Bugis language, like
Political
that.
language,
Yes,
yeah, slang.
but not something something elegant.
Royal family use
not
their
like
own language.
royal language.
Royal family.
Yeah, royal family language, like
Yeah,
that. This is
right.
the
Very interesting. What's your
yeah.
name again?
My name is Satriani.
Thank you,
sir.
thank you, thanks a lot.
I represent my.
Yeah. Oh, you have represent.
This is our
You
group.
have
This is
represented.
Masita, Indah
Yeah.
Nurlaili,
Hi.
and Rizky Rahayu.
Is there anybody want to raise?
Actually, we have
Statement.
one college, Mr. Yusriadi, but he is really he's in the hospital now.
Oh, yeah.
He's really
Send me a text last night and notified that he's sick
Yes,
and hospitalized, being hospitalized.
Yes, he's being hospitalized now.
Yeah, get well soon. Yeah.
Yeah, insya
Hope you
Allah.
get well soon.
Amin, amin ya rabbal alamin.
Okay, anybody wants to say
Do
something?
you want to add something about this?
Okay, now what's your group?
Group 2,
Group two. What's your name again?
Huzaima.
Husaima. Do you want to say something, Husaima?
Yeah, actually our topic is about language planning.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, our
Go
topic
ahead.
about language planning and language policy. Actually, we have discussed a little about it, and language planning is the effort deliberately by the authority or the government which is used to influence the use of the language or the structure of the language, the acquisition of the language, and then it, the what they involved in the language planning is like the program, yeah, just like the program, yeah, or strategies to be used to maintain the language, yeah. And then about the language policy is refers to the guidelines or regulation that can be written form on non-written, or we can say formal. It can be formal or non-formal, yeah. For example, in school, we determine or we decide to maintain the Bungku language. So we decide that in one day we should speak Bungkunis. Just the example of language policy.
All right, that's
Yeah.
right. To preserve the
Yeah.
local language,
The local language.
in order it will not disappear.
Yeah, and actually in Morowali it has been implemented the bahasa Bungku in our
That's language
curriculum.
policy. That's language policy.
Yeah, language policy
Introduced by
yeah.
the local government
Yeah,
to
local government.
maintain or preserve the local language. Because according to Professor David Crystal from Cambridge University, in his book Language Death, he argued that if the language disappear, local language, there will be a social tragedy. Language can disappear, can die, language death. Lots of languages in South Pacific countries have died, small minority languages, because they didn't preserve, they didn't maintain. There's no language policy. And the children have
Prefer to use
language
Indonesian.
attitude. They don't have a good language attitude to learn their mother tongue, their ancestral or native language. They think that global language is more important and more popular than their mother tongue. Their mother tongue is classical. That's why and then there's intermarriage. When your brother or sister get married, people from men or women from other ethnic groups, and they have both different mother
language.
tongue.
Yeah.
They speak different language.
Yeah.
They speak bahasa Indonesia, and bahasa Indonesia become mother tongue of their children. And their local language or mother tongue is endanger dulu. Endanger, terancam, kemudian moribund, terancam punah. Only 200 people speak the language, and then later on extinct, punah, disappear. That's language policy is. So the language policy or language planning is required to preserve or to maintain their local languages. Or otherwise, the local language will disappear. Anybody
may,
wants to say
I
something?
add,
Yes, speak.
So
Go ahead.
to anticipate, as we know in Morowali nowadays, so many people come from different backgrounds.
From different countries,
different, like
different ethnic
history,
groups.
and ethnic group. We can find Toraja, Bugini,
And they speak their own native language.
Yeah, so and the younger in Morowali prefer to use Indonesian language. Then
As lingua franca, national language.
to maintain the local language. So the government have language policy by implementing local language, our mother tongue, Bungku, in our curriculum in every school, from elementary school to junior high school. So now in Morowali, every school has put Bungku as
The local
a
language,
subject.
the local language.
Local language
As a subject,
as a
school
subject.
subject.
Yeah,
One of
nowadays.
school.
Yeah,
And
from
incorporated
elementary school.
into school curriculum.
Yeah.
Local content curriculum.
Yes.
Oh, how long has it been?
In this
Taught
academic
here.
year. In this
Really?
academic year, yeah, new.
What
It's
about the teacher? You become the teacher.
we every school one teacher is invited and we are given pelatihan, yeah.
Oh, training, yeah, short training, short course training.
Yeah.
For the teaching of local
And
language.
it must be because this is the local language is bahasa Bungku, so it should be Bungku, orang Bungku, yeah, to teach the local language.
So who designed the curriculum? School or-
Dinas Pendidikan, our dinas pendidikan, supported by Pemda government.
Very good,
Yeah.
very interesting. To
Yeah.
preserve the language and culture of
Yeah.
Bungku, in order not to be disappeared.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Very fascinating. It's very insightful. Yeah, it's very insightful.